Good evening, all. Welcome to Midweek Mixup, episode 19. This week, we're going to have a little bit of a shorter episode, about an hour and a half. But next week, we'll be making up for it as it's episode number 20 already. So it should be a very good one. Get some good guests on for you all to interact. We'll have some fun. But we'll get straight into the show today. We're just going to have a little bit of fun, talk about the next-gen consoles. We've all got a little bit of time with it now. A little bit to talk about what we do, what we love, what we hate, what we want to see change. So before we begin, we will do the intros. So first of all, Patjeuh, full episode from you today. No bad internet, no crashing out.
I hope so. Today I'm doing pretty good. Monday had a busy day at work, finished at 7:30 p.m. So felt yesterday pretty wasted. But today I'm doing good. So
sweet. Ready to roll.
Yeah, ready to roll, man.
Happy days.
Back in business.
Nice to have you back, brother. And how are you doing?
Doing well, very busy with work, lots of things going on, but it's going really well, making good progress, and I've had some time to spend with the new gen, and I'm really into Call of Duty. It's really good. Yeah, it's so I've had some good times. Yeah, for the rest, keeping it cool. Yeah.
Happy days. And last but not least, of course, Forza Erwin. How are you doing today, brother?
Yo. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Good to be on the show. Gaming a lot lately because of the new consoles coming out. I started racing again, but I'll tell you later about it. I just finished the racing as well. But feeling good to be back, man. Having fun for tonight. Let's go.
Oh, yes, let's go indeed. So, as I mentioned, we've had a little bit of time with the new gen console now. I would say Archimedes, apart from Patjeuh, but Patjeuh has managed to play one of the games that is on the new gen console, so he can at least dive into that and what he loves about that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
When we find Patjeuh a Series X, he will jump on board. It's just about finding one now, though. That's the only thing.
It's waiting. Like this weekend, I called like 3 or 4 stores, and of course it wasn't available, and they also don't know when it's coming. So it's. And I'm not gonna buy a Series 6 for $700 and seeing people getting bricks or getting other kind of weird consoles and paper consoles. It's crazy.
Yeah, we've seen quite a few of that happening.
Cat food. Yeah, exactly. So no, I'm waiting for it's available in the store. So yeah, man, cannot wait.
Awesome. Yes, indeed. And our other resident guest, usually Archimedes, was meant to get a PlayStation 5, but that didn't turn up, and Media Market still won't tell him where it is or when you can expect it. And he paid the full $500 for it as well. So
yeah,
it's crazy.
That's a bit
upfront payment.
Yeah, so I would never do an upfront payment for a console without knowing it's coming. I don't understand why Media Market did that as well.
Yeah, I paid for 3, yeah? I think you also did it, right, Broyr?
And I had a friend who ordered mine, so...
Oh, you bastard! Okay, no, I ordered 3 and I paid them up front, and yeah, I was getting really doubts in the meanwhile because we were on the Twitter DM, right? And I was super nervous by every time the messages that MediaMarkt don't make up their promise. So I was really getting nervous, and then at launch day I get all 3 of them. But I spoke another dude on Twitter as well, and he said, yeah, I ordered on the 22nd of September, and I didn't get one from MediaMarkt. So I think it's maybe because we were quick. My fiance and me were waiting with the laptop, and then when it go live, he directly ordered it. So maybe somebody was too late. I don't know, but yeah, for Archimedes as well, it sucks if you already paid upfront $500 and you don't
Yeah.
get it, I would ask my money back, and I would never buy anything from them
Yeah.
anymore.
We also had that. We also had that here, right, with Game Mania, that people are getting messages from Game Mania that their pre-order got cancelled, and the 500 they need to spend on something else. Like,
Yeah.
man, I will get mad if I get such a message. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah. We've seen it happen quite a few places, to be honest. And there was an article out today from I think it was Xbox/Phil Spencer on how they're thinking about going about pre-orders in the future, where a deposit is required as opposed to just being able to get one and then not pay anything until launch.
Yeah.
But how is it with the bots? Because I heard there's a lot of bots buying consoles and etc.
Yeah.
Is it most of the time that you don't pay upfront? Because I always pay upfront.
On Xbox, you don't pay until it's dispatched.
Yeah.
So no
Indeed.
money is taken until that. In fact, mine didn't get taken until literally the night time before launch day.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like literally the launch eve. That's when the money was taken, and only because it started shipping.
But is that maybe the trick that even the bots cannot pay upfront, right? I mean, they can
That's
only
the thing.
order maybe just a matter of just paying upfront. And if you just pay upfront, you're 100% sure that you will get it.
I think that's
but
why
I don't
they
know how
put deposit on as well, because even a little deposit will stop them because they can't put card details there ready to buy.
Exactly, or half indeed, something like that. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's one of the ways to kind of combat it. But it is ridiculous. I mean, like Pat was saying as well, the amount of people that scalping people online and not even sending them actual consoles, just sending them shit.
Yeah.
Did you saw on Instagram also some pictures from some dudes in the background, like 50 or 100 consoles, digital versions, the disc versions? Man, it's fucking crazy. How do they do it, man? I'm really curious.
It's America, you see. It's over in the UK. Every store had a limit of one per person. Yeah. And that was for pickup as well. So you couldn't pre-order you couldn't pre-order more than one console and go and pick it up, because they wouldn't accept it. They would just say, no, you've got one, and that's it. So physical pickups, you could only get one. But in America, I think the likes of Best Buy, etc., I don't think they give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, Best Buy's one of the ones as well, specifically with the PlayStation, who just went, go for pre-orders.
I was this weekend. I also was at the BCC where I get my laptop, and I also asked the guy in the store about the Series X, and he also said in 3 minutes 240 consoles were sold. Like, it was sold out in 3 minutes.
Insane.
And actually the website was also shut down for I guess 2 or 3 hours. Like, he said it went crazy. I was like, oh my god. I think when the new consoles are coming, I need to be quick.
Yeah. They've done that over here. In fact, Game in the UK put them on for pre-order again, for arrival before, I think it was just before Christmas. And they sold out in, I think it was a matter of maybe 20, 30 minutes, but there was a queue anyway online, and the queue was about 8 minutes long itself.
Mm-hmm.
I know Puxley as well got one from Green Pass Gaming. He eventually got his Series X, and that was confirmed. But yeah, they sold out immediately, and then they only had a couple of Series S's left, and then they sold out as well a couple of minutes later. Xbox has been going back onto Amazon and then straight back off again. Like, this is a funny one. I had an email from Amazon the other day saying Xbox Series X is back in stock, and I was like, really? And I went on, and it had a price tag of £999. But it was only one console from a third-party seller. I was like, no. Nope.
You see that a lot. That the prices are going up way high. They're 600, 700, 800 euros.
Also, stores are making bundles, right? So you need to buy the memory card, with the 1 terabyte and a game and a controller. And that's what I also saw on Marktplaats, because I was searching for PS5s as well for a second. And then I saw somebody said, okay, you can buy it, but you need to buy 2 controllers and a game, or else you cannot buy the console, right?
Yeah.
And I think it was even a store. I think that put it on Marktplaats. So it's ridiculous. But they know
that's what Game did, and it sold out. Like Game
Yes,
was selling
exactly.
like 2 games and an extra controller. It was like 600-700, but they all
Yeah.
sold out anyway, even with that price.
Yeah. And you also say buy a bot. Yeah, how do I buy a bot? I mean, we need an X-bot.
50 euros.
Those damn X-bots.
just buy a person that's going to sit there all day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even then, it doesn't matter, right? I mean, I tried at launch day as well. I was with my fiance. We tried Microsoft Store, Bol.com, Game Mania, and then finally MediaMarkt worked out. But all the other options were gone in a second, and we had every browser open. And when it go live, we directly go with 2 persons, and we manage only MediaMarkt. It was ridiculous how fast
That's
how
crazy.
fast it went.
Yeah.
And also with the Microsoft Store, the one error after the other, and man, I was freaking out, because I was really wanting it, and it seems that this generation it sees more of a chaos. It seems.
Yeah.
Maybe I forgot how it was with. In 2013, but then you go to the store and pre-order quite easily. Now it's a lot different. Everything is online as well, right? So everybody is on it.
Yeah.
It's pretty. You've got to be really quick. I mean, I think we were all in the messages anyway on launch day, just ready to rock and sit there. I was sitting there ready to go to work, and it was just hectic to say the least. Like I had Amazon. Well, I only tried 2, Amazon and Microsoft, and I got Microsoft first, even though it started going white.
Mhm.
And then Amazon didn't go live for like 8 minutes, and then eventually went live. And I clicked on there just to be sure and got a second one on there. But that Amazon one was for a friend in the end, but that didn't arrive until 9:45 at night on launch day.
Oh, really? Whoa.
9:45 p.m.
Man.
Yep, cutting it fine.
Oh man. Yeah, and I know that I see Barry D is our buddy in real life as well, and he was lucky. He just the day after the pre-orders went live for the PS5, he just called Intertoys. That's a store in the Netherlands. He just called and say, "Hey, do you already pre-order PS5s?" And then they say, "Okay, you're the first one on the list." And then they actually stuck to it. So they got, I believe, 3 or 4 consoles, right, Barry? Or 5 maybe? And he was there on launch day, and there was one dude waiting outside. He was camping. And then Barry came and he said, "Yeah, I'm number 1." And that guy was pissed off because all the consoles were given away, right? So they were taken. So that guy didn't have a console. So he was fucking pissed off, which I can imagine also, right? If you're camping over there. And then you just a dude like Barry coming, "Hey man, I'm number 1 because I called." Oh man, you're gonna lose your shit.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Major pissed off. Yeah, me. But yes, we've had a little bit of time with these consoles now. Before we kind of dig into it, I'm going to ask. I'm going to go straight to Patjeuh though, and he's even though he hasn't had a chance to play on the next gen consoles, he had a chance to play on one of the launch exclusive or launch day games for that anyway. So I will dig in first on that. So you've been playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla recently.
Yes.
So
Yes.
How are you finding that?
First of all, I want to thank Marion for giving me Assassin's Creed Valhalla out of nowhere. Because the funny thing is that Friday night, I went also to the centrum of The Hague. I was thinking to buy the game, and I was sitting in the car and I picked up my phone and I saw the messages like, okay, Marion, and I was like, what the heck? He sent me a gift and I saw he sent me Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I went crazy. So yeah, Marion, thanks again for that. Really awesome, really, really awesome. But like I said before the podcast started, I cannot stop playing this game. Every time I start up my Xbox, I need to play Valhalla because the game is awesome, man. It's really awesome. I like it.
What is it about Valhalla that's kind of got you want to jump straight back on it every time you turn the Xbox on?
It's just how the gameplay is. I really like Assassin's Creed series, and like this kind of timeline that you're playing right now with the Vikings and stuff. Like it's really good. The environment looks really amazing. So yeah, they really did a good job on the game, man. So, and that's what's triggering me just to keep playing the game, because the story is also really good.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
you liking most about Valhalla at the moment then? What's the kind of
You know,
main thing that you're liking about it?
I like to just walk around, like do all the side. I do everything together. So all the side quests, then I do a main storyline, and I'm just walking around and just looking at how all the kind of places look. So yeah,
So one of the
I
things.
enjoying it. I enjoying it so much. Yeah.
Is
One
it
of
is
the
it
things. Go on.
is it a lot like the previous Assassin's Creed, Pat? Because
No.
you just started, was it Odyssey or which
Yeah,
one did you
Odyssey.
start?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you started that also, right?
Yeah.
Is this part really different, or is it only the setting that is different, or the characters and
No,
stuff like
like
that?
a lot of people see Assassin's Creed as the same game. That's what you see a lot of people saying. But if you play it, you see and feel the difference, like how the game plays, the combat is different. The characters and that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's for me, that makes the game much different and a lot better. So yeah, man.
One thing I like about Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Erwin, one of the differences compared to Odyssey and Origins is the fact that because you're a Viking and you are raiding different areas and trying to kind of claim different bits of land, you build up your settlement.
Mm-hmm.
So your settlement over time, you've got to raid different places to get loot and to get resources to be able to then expand your current settlement. So open up different areas, which then open up new missions and things like that. And you gradually make it larger and larger, but then you can also recruit people to come to your team. Unlike on Odyssey, where you just literally shoved them down to the ground and kind of said, okay, you're on board, and put them on your ship.
Yeah.
On Valhalla, you have a big quest with them. So you're like, right, okay, for your army to join my army, right, you've got to help me do X, Y, and Z first. Like, I need to find out if there's like a spy in the ranks, so I need to find out if I need to go and assassinate this guy over here and or take back this town.
Cool.
So there's a lot of kind of different story aspects that's built on the game that really expands on where Assassin's Creed is.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's just so much to it as well. Like the different ways you kind of do things. They obviously you can have the axes, you have the hammers. You've got swords, heavy axes, big shields, little shields, no shields.
Dual
ship,
wield.
yes, dual wield, which is what I'm doing.
Yeah, I got that too as well now. So
Yeah,
that's pretty awesome. But one thing I also really liked is that with Assassin's Creed Origins, you had the DLC, the hidden ones.
Yeah.
And it came back also in Valhalla.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's really awesome that you see bits of other games back in Valhalla, like Brotherhood. They talk about Brotherhood, like the hidden ones. So I'm curious about what's coming more, man.
Yeah.
How far are you? How many hours did you already pumped in?
I don't know. I need to check that.
And you, Drew?
So far, with kitting out this room, I've managed 20 hours.
Okay.
So I'm not massively far into it, but I've still managed 20 hours so far, which is quite good considering. But even then, and this is going on to a side note, any of you might not have played it yet, but I keep finding myself when I'm just trying to chill, instead of going on Valhalla, knowing that I'll just end up down this slippery slope of going off onto some magical adventure. I tend to jump on something like Falconeer or Tetris Connected, because Tetris with your headphones in is just...
Really, yeah? I need to download that still.
You do.
That first level, it's really just that the sound and the vibrations of your controller, and then she starts singing. It's amazing. Really cool game.
Okay.
But obviously, the further you go into it, like every level, because as soon as you finish one little puzzle, then it kicks you straight to the next one. Then another music track starts, and then it like speeds up and gets harder throughout that one particular level, and the music changes and gets faster, and then like you get further into it, and then like the next one's like a club track, and it's like pounding like club music, and then it gets faster and faster and faster, but it gets harder and the speed goes quicker, and you're like, whoa.
Well, is it on Game Pass?
Yeah, it's on Game Pass. Yeah.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, nice.
Yeah.
All right, but Erwin,
And then you need to lower your
I'm
controller. Oh no! Oh wait, different.
right now I'm almost 17 hours in the game.
Man, already, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of time.
That happens when you don't have kids, man. It's lovely. Just enjoy your time, man.
I was going to say he's had 17 hours, but I've had 19, but I've had it since launch day, so it shows that I'm not getting as much time in it as I want, but it's still enough. I know that game's it's gonna take me a while to get through that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I also had the treasure map, so it shows all the opal that you need to get and all the hidden stuff. And first of all, when I was in Norway, you didn't see a lot, but when I actually got to England, man, I was like, what the hell? Like the whole map is just full with all the icons. It's crazy. Like this game is huge. Yeah, I like it.
Really big. Really big. There's a lot. I mean, and obviously they've already got the expansions played out, so you know that you've got the Siege on Paris, you've got the Druids over in Ireland, so you've got the Celtic expansion there as well. So you've got another 2 countries to go to again there for the expansions.
Nice.
So that's big.
Yeah, it is.
Really big.
How beautiful is it?
Well,
Is it a big leap up from the last game, or is it? What do you think? Or is it frames?
So I can comment on Series X and Pat can comment on One X. So on Series X, it's not just about just how good the game looks, but just how much foliage and things like that they've got on it now. So like it is dense. Like there's so much grass and greenery and like so much detail in it compared to what it was last gen. Like on Odyssey, of course, you've seen blades of grass and things like that, but on this is like dense. Like it's so thick, so much detail and things like that. And I haven't. A few people have had issues, of course, across both PlayStation and Xbox, but I've had no hiccups, no issues on Assassin's Creed at all. There's been no pop-in. I've had no frame stutters or tearing or anything. So I've been lucky, but like, yeah, it's the detail on that game is really impressive.
Cool.
Unfortunately, I can't say the same for Call of Duty.
No, you had a bit of trouble.
It has some rough edges.
Go on then, Broyr. Dig into Call of Duty so far. I think you might be the only one here that's had a chance to play that. So tell us about it.
You're talking about Cold War, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
So I've only done 2 or 3 missions on the campaign, but they are really good. Really smooth gameplay. And the visuals are just stunning. It's amazing. But then the multiplayer, we've been kicking it off with 4 players, and we're playing it a lot. We're almost at prestige level already. So yeah, I think that says enough about how much we're playing it. But yeah, it's really good, except for it crashes. We got 4 Xbox Series X, so my sister-in-law and 2 of my friends and me, and we've got a couple of crashes there. So there's one of the friends who doesn't have any issues at all, but all the rest, during some matches, the game just freezes up and just shuts down. Even shuts down the whole Xbox. Connection issues here and there, so yeah, that's takes you a bit out of the spin of the next gen, where you expect it just being top notch, and when it crashes, it's just not good. That gives a sour feeling to it.
That sucks, man. Like I seen a lot of reports also on Facebook, the Xbox group that I'm in. A lot of people have that issue. Like connection interrupted or
Yeah.
it's pretty crazy.
But only with Call of Duty or more games?
Yeah, I've been playing Call of Duty, especially Call of Duty that I've been playing, but I've also done some Cuisine Royale. And there as well, except there were no crashes there, but especially connection issues.
Okay.
But
Oh, wow.
then I don't know for certain if that's due to the Xbox Series X or if it's got to do with my internet connection. No, I'm living in a new house, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Better give your Series X to Pat to test it out, man. He got fast internet.
I'll send it.
Okay, but I cannot promise you if I'm gonna bring it back. So
I've already ordered a cable, so I'm gonna get a cable from the modem directly to the Series X.
Or you're on
to ensure
Wi-Fi?
that I'm still on Wi-Fi. Yeah.
yeah, that could be the reason.
I've been playing Wi-Fi on my One X always, and I've never had any issues, never at all.
Okay.
So this is the first time that I've having connection issues. But yeah, I'm gonna.
You're
get
gonna
a
love it,
cable.
man. You're gonna love it. It will massively improve your hit markers and everything, especially in shooters, right? I noticed it with PUBG a lot. Even when I got a faster internet, I noticed now also that my hit markers are better. But man, if you're on Wi-Fi or on cable, it's gonna bring you a massive difference. So if you're already doing pretty well now, Broyr, then man, you're gonna improve a lot, man. Go for the pro.
Go for the pro. I'm already feeling good, but I got a ratio above 1, so I'm like, yeah.
How does the game look though? Even on campaign, obviously that's one of the main implementations right now of ray tracing on Xbox.
Yeah, really good.
Series X, and how's it looking? Again, that's one thing we haven't had a chance to look at yet ourselves. So
yeah, I'm gonna make some videos of it. It really looks good. The reflections of it all, especially when you look at the details when you're walking around in a room where they are talking about the missions, etc., and you zoom into the faces of the other characters inside. Yeah, it's good. It's really good. It's really realistic. It's a good story, and yeah, I think the first mission is in Amsterdam. You hear some crazy sounds there. Bitterballen.
Bitterballen, jongen.
Bitterballen, jongen.
Remspoor, jongen. I saw also the 100 guilders bill yet, right? The paper.
I haven't seen that one. Yeah, but
no, I saw the Digital Foundry comparison. I saw the 100 guilders note. No.
I'm gonna search that one. Yeah, but it's definitely, even though it has its crashes, it's amazing. It's a really good game. It's the first game I've actually paid for in. I can't even remember since I've paid for a game since Game Pass is so good. So it's a good purchase. Yeah, it's definitely worth it. Yeah.
Sweet.
I believe that Modern Warfare also got a optimized package, right? That you can download, because I still got the game. So I think I will just replay a little bit of the campaign, because that campaign was super good. I think it was the best one in years for Call of Duty.
Yeah,
I've still got to do the same on Gears as well. To be honest, I haven't played that since they put the patch out. Apparently
I did.
That's
I must say there's one difference. Normally I'm playing everything on my big 4K TV, and everything I'm playing now is on my monitor. It's right here, and it's full HD. It's a gaming monitor, so the response and sitting so close to it really makes a difference in especially in shooters. It helps being focused on the screen and and in the results probably. But even with the full HD, it's so snappy. It feels good. It's amazing. Especially the game that you just said, Tetris. I've been playing it here, but as well on my One X in the living room together with my son. That's so cool. He really enjoys the game as well. That's definitely a game to check out as well.
Oh yeah. 100%. It's one of them dark horses. I don't think a lot of people just. I mean, when they announced it, I think even I said, "Oh, really, Tetris?"
Yeah.
Like, really. And then I played it, and I was like, "Oh wait, this is actually quite interesting." Oh, I'm mesmerized by the colors and the sounds and the vibrations, and I was like, "Oh."
But wasn't that with the PS4 also, right? When you had that game Resogun, that a lot of people thought it's not so big a deal, and it turned out to be a pretty good game. I think that's more or less the same with Tetris, right?
Yeah. Well, the other half came in the room, and I was playing Tetris, and she was like, "What are you playing?" I was like, "Tetris." She was like, "Really?" I was like, "All right." Then.
Brings back memories, right? Brings back memories.
Yeah.
I remember like having such. It looked like a Game Boy, and it was a Tetris. Man, that's played a lot.
Yeah, this is a big advancement on that original Tetris. It's not what I thought it was going to be, honestly. It's when you've got your headphones on as well, it's just insane.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
The music
definitely
really
play with headphones on.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I will.
Erwin, what have you been jumping into so far then? What have you had a chance to test out on your Series X?
Yeah, quite a lot actually. Especially for me because lately I was only playing PUBG. But I changed it to Dirt 5 as well. I finished Titanfall 2. I didn't finish Dirt 5 yet. I think I'm more over 50%. I think done. So I'm going good on that part. What did I play else? Of course, PUBG. I bought Assetto Corsa Competizione, which is super good. And the big thing or the big takeaway from this everything is I just have and I also played Gears 5 by the way. I just get a PC experience. So everything's running so smooth, everything loading so fast. It just practically 60 frames per second. It's a very, very nice experience just overall. And it just gives you a PC experience at 60 frames per second. And playing that now at 60 frames per second, I cannot go back to almost 30 because, for example, I changed PUBG to 30 frames per second in game. And it felt like but really it felt like a slideshow. It was incredible. And normally I didn't notice it that much, but now playing so much 60 frames per second modes, it's incredible. The same with Forza Horizon 4. It looks absolutely fantastic. It runs super smooth. The cars look good. I don't know if they did something with the sound, but the sound of the cars also sounds super good. So I just unlocked the Porsche Singer 911 by playing the Horizon list for this month. And man, it's just a so smooth experience. Also the going to the festival, the loading just takes just a couple seconds. I posted a couple videos about it on Twitter, right?
I've seen that.
Yeah, quick,
man, it's so super quick. And when we were playing that game, on our One X, man, every time when it was loading and you just took your phone and just watch some Twitter or Instagram or whatever, right? Or YouPorn, I don't know. But it took a while. And now I just, I thought, okay, I have just a half hour to spend at 11 p.m. So I thought, okay, just 1.5 hour. Let's see if I can do a couple races. And I think in that half an hour, I think I did at least 10 races or something. Because it was like, pom, pom, pom. It was going so quick. It was ridiculous. Almost.
That's really one of the biggest differences that you can do now is that if you just have 10, 15, 20 minutes spare time, you can actually do pretty much.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, instead of waiting, and then you finally in the game, and then you go, and then almost your 50 minutes is almost gone. Yeah. But now you're so super fast in the game. It's incredible. And the same now with Assetto Corsa also. I just bought it the day before yesterday, I believe. It was on Monday, yeah. And it's running much better than it was from all the streams that I saw from the One X version, because it's running around between 30 or 40 frames per second with a lot of dips. And this is more or less locked. And the experience that I get with that game on my Wii, it's incredible, man.
Ja, dat kon het licht.
So no, overall super smooth experience. I cannot go back. It's awesome. I love it.
So this is the clip you were talking about, Erwin.
Yeah, super smooth. Luke.
Yeah. So it's just the fast travel on it is just insane. Like it doesn't take it always took forever to kind of go anywhere. And this was barely.
And bomb. It's crazy. And if you go to the festival as well, right? And if I just popped in another clip also on my Twitter, I just took it with my phone. I went to a race. Man, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
I think that's one of the more recent ones, wasn't it? Let's have a look.
Yeah, more of the recent ones. But it's only that part is really great. And yeah, like I said, the 60 frames per second, even on 1080p, like a game with PUBG, makes a massive difference. Difference.
Yeah. It's you still haven't managed to jump on it yet. I know you've sent us invites and things, but I've had I've had it on in the background.
Yeah, that one. And also SX2, sorry man, he started playing Forza Horizon and broke his Xbox Series X. Fuck's sake. Because he was enthusiastic about all my clips and etc. He started it and it broke his Xbox.
Like, it's just ridiculous how quick it is.
Look, bam, it's done.
Yeah, cool.
And you know how long that normally took? It was incredible.
Yeah, it was about 30 seconds at least.
At least. And now it's so super quick. And it only gets better, right? So that's perfect. But also taking pictures, right? Taking a picture, going back to the menu, and etc. That also going smooth. Yeah. So I discovered again that I was taking a lot of pictures last Friday. I posted a ton of pictures again on Twitter, right? But it's so super addicting. Everything looks so great. And when you start driving, you know, the environment, even in cockpit view, I noticed now also with a lot of games that because it's so smooth and not 30 frames per second, I actually can see corners a lot of better, and my marker points when I need to brake, right? So it's a fantastic overall. I love it. And I think I almost played it every night since I got it. So I'm going back to old school. Not so good for my relationship, probably, but let's see. Yeah.
But that's part of it. That's part of the benefit of it, though, is the fact that you can actually jump in game.
What niet te waar? Oh man.
You can actually jump in game more a bit, a lot quicker now. You can actually get more gaming in because you're waiting a lot less. You're not just sitting waiting for loading screens and things like that. Now you can actually jump in, get into the game straight away. Like Valhalla, it doesn't even take like 2 seconds. Like the Xbox can be turned off. I'll turn it back on again, click on Valhalla, and it's already on the menu, ready for us to just go into the game.
Yep.
It's already resumed, even though the Xbox is being switched off. Like, it doesn't take any time. Like, the TV takes longer to turn on than the Xbox does.
Exactly. Yes, I have to say.
Turn the Xbox on, try to turn the TV on, it's already there. I'm like,
You know what I do? You know what I do now is I just put my TV already. I put my TV on and then my Xbox, instead of the other way around, right? So I changed that as well. And the only thing that I found quite irritating, but we know that that's the case, that quick resume doesn't work on every title yet. So I play a couple backwards compatible titles like from the Xbox One, and most of them they all work. But you know, the Gears of War and the Forza Horizon, they don't work. So that's quite disappointing.
They don't work as good as well on multiplayer games. It only works distracting, and he tries to do quick resume, but it doesn't work. And then you have to go to the menu. Then he tries to get it's.
No, I have to say with
for certain games.
Yes, I have to say with PUBG, then I'm back in my lobby, let's say, and that gets disconnected, and I need to load up again. But you know, then it's quicker than you normally do it. It's still super fast, so it's just a relief. It feels so smooth, everything, and I didn't expect to be such a big experience.
Yeah, that's the difference as well. Like, it's thankfully now crashing isn't as much as a ball ache as it used to be. Like, if your game crashes, you're like, oh. But even then, you can turn it on, it'll be back on again within like 10 seconds. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, in the past, it would be like, yeah, guys, I've just crashed in the middle of a game of PUBG, and they'd be like, oh, shit. And it would take like about a minute and a half, 2 minutes to load up again. You'd be like, I don't know where you are. Am I in the blue? Am I not in the blue? But now you can just jump straight back in and it loads the game straight away. So
you know what I noticed also with PUBG? That normally when you load in the lobby, you're around a minute or less, let's say, in the lobby, right? And when I'm now entering the lobby, I'm at 1 minute 30, 1 minute 40, waiting to everybody to come into the lobby, right? It's incredible. And especially when I'm playing with Emu, he is on his 1S, right? Man, that takes forever, and I'm already dancing in the lobby and doing all my strange moves, right? But it's super funny. But yeah, you notice that it's a lot quicker. It's wonderful.
Yeah. Is there a certain Broyr? Have you got a certain favorite feature so far, other than kind of quick resume and things like that? Any certain features on the Xbox that have kind of took you by surprise, or is there anything, even if it is quick resume or something like that? What's your favorite feature of the new console?
I'm playing with a new controller, and I really like the quickie, the feel of the controller. And the more I play with it, the more I like it. Even though in the beginning I was more like, I'm still want my Elite controller a bit more than this one. But the more I'm playing with this one, it kind of starts growing on me. So that's the first thing. I'm really liking it. I'm a bit less fond of the sound what it makes. It makes a bit too much. If you hear
the D-pad's very clicky.
Yeah, the D-pad but it's a bit too clicky. That's a bit of a shame. But all the rest, it really feels good. It's as what Erwin just also said. The speed, it's just you turn on your controller and my screen pops up. You can directly start playing. Just do a couple of matches, turn it back off, and an hour later, just turn it back on. A couple of matches. It's so quick. And that's really the biggest difference. I didn't imagine that it would be that much of big of a difference. So that's the biggest game changer for me. That it's so fast, and I can't hear it. It's whisper quiet.
Yeah, it is. So I've literally not even heard mine attempt to go, like, put any effort in so far. Like, I've not heard it once since I've turned it on.
Do you play with the new controller, Drew? Because I didn't touch my Elite Series 1 controller since the moment I got the Series 6 controller.
Really?
Yeah. You know what it is? I feel when you're holding the controller like this, I feel that where your bumpers are, let's say, that piece is resting here on my finger. And that point, yes, exactly, and that really is super ergonomic for my hands, right? And normally it was a little bit behind, and now it's more resting on this part, and that it's man, I don't know, it's just a small difference, but the difference makes for my ergonomics, let's say ergonomics, it's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
See, I felt it. I still like the premium of the Series 2 Elites. So I'm using the Series 2s, which is the only reason I haven't went off it, of course, sitting there with like £400 worth of controllers. I don't really want to jump off it. I'll just go and grab mine quickly anyway, as you know, it's a little bit different. Yeah.
But you need to come over, Pat, to at this weekend to play some on the Series 6, man.
Oh, yeah. We can do that.
Let's go. Well, you noticed that also, Broyr, that the feeling just a little bit different. Yeah.
It's also the
man, that color is crazy.
It's almost pink, by the way.
I think it's just because of the red light in here that's kind of bouncing off it.
The neon, cool.
Yeah, it's soft touch as well, but still the same on the triggers. You've got all the kind of grooves and the grips and things like that here as well.
Nice.
But, yeah, it's really nice. It is naturally Elite sticks. I don't leave anything alone. But no, I've left the normal D-pad on it as well. I thought I'd just give that a chance instead of just throwing another Elite D-pad on there. But it's less. I think the one I've got now is a little bit less clicky than. If I don't know whether or not it's still clicky, but it's nowhere near the same as the standard black one that was on it beforehand.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I'm using these headphones. What is it? The Stealth 600 headphones from Turtle Beach. And each time, if I'm clicking on those, everyone in the party chat actually hears the clicking sound. That's how.
Well,
How
is it
loud
that
is it?
loud? That loud?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the D-pad is loud on the new one. It is like you'll probably not be able to hear it here, but
Well, I'm hearing it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
your
can
hair is
hear
quite
it.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, that's the D-pad on the new one.
I'm just happy that
Oh
you don't have
wow.
to use
That's
it
really
that
good.
much, so
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
it's
But
not a big of a problem.
first, I was really a little bit afraid that they changed the controller to a smaller controller, right? But it's actually it matches now perfectly. And like I said,
Yeah.
I didn't touch any of my other controllers anymore since I play with this one. So I'm really hoping that they're gonna make a Series 3 or a Series X something Elite controller again, right? Only then based on the new controller.
Have you
Because
got the Series 2 Elite?
No, not yet. So I'm thinking about maybe selling now my Series 1 because I just don't touch it anymore.
Yeah.
It's a white one, so it looks it looks really good. So I don't want to sell it, but I want to get that money and take it to Elite Series 2, right? But I
Yes.
just love the looks of the Elite Series 1 white, man. I'm in love
Yeah.
with the controller, how it looks. But when I'm not playing it now anymore, it just sits there and it sits to be beautiful. But I think I'm gonna take that money and buy an Elite Series 2. Also because you can adjust tension right on the sticks.
Yes.
And I
It
think
makes
that's
a
super
massive
important.
difference.
Yes,
Massive difference.
exactly. Yes.
Massive difference. Like it's like you wouldn't believe how much like it just bounces straight back into place.
Yes,
Like,
and that's important with Bob to the G, man.
and of course on this you've also got three area trigger stops as well now. So you haven't just got one, you've got two. It's kind of long, medium, and then completely
super short.
Barely moves.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, I've had some issues when you put it on too short. Is that some games don't recognize the trigger anymore?
Racing games do not use it because it's like as if it's just going.
No.
Yep.
You're like driving around at 1 mile an hour.
But yeah.
It's the same with PUBG, eh?
50?
Yeah, it's the same with PUBG in the car. It doesn't work.
Yeah. Well, it was the same on GTA, actually. That's the first time I noticed it with my first Elite, and I put the trigger stops on, like, to go shorter triggers, and it just drove so slowly. I was like, why am I, like, so far behind? And it just wasn't accelerating anymore. I was like, why? Why?
But I don't know. I found a way that you can actually do it. That because with PUBG you have the same. Like if you have the Elite controller and you put on the trigger stops, it doesn't drive that hard. But you can actually set that to the half of like the bumper, the trigger, and it drives full speed. So there's a video I saw. That's where I get it from. So yeah, you can actually adjust it. That when you have the trigger stop on, it will give you full gas.
Oh, that will be perfect.
Yeah.
And also with brake, because it doesn't work, and every time I'm just clicking then the buttons back to the normal position, and then when you get out of the car, you just put your buttons also again, right? Because you want a shorter throw. But if there's a trick to get around it, it will be nice to discover.
Yeah, 100%. I'm in the middle, obviously, as you know, I'm in the middle of doing Dazarus's and Assassin Lupa's controllers. So, of course, Assassin Lupa's having one of them customized. All the parts are on the way, and the remainder of the parts are on the way for Dazarus. And then I can get painting, put their designs on, put them all together, and ship them off. But they'll all be here by the end of the week, all the parts and things like that. So that'll be good. So, but they'll be showing them off. I'll show them kind of before I send them, so they can see what it looks like, and they can either.
So you're not gonna show anything right now?
Nope. Their designs to show off. You can probably guess what with Assassin Lupa what kind of design she's asked for.
No idea.
And if you know where Dazarus kind of originated from, then you'll also kind of understand what design he's asked for.
I have a guess. Yeah, I have a guess. But...
So it should be exciting to see. To be fair, and it's been fun trying to locate kind of the colors they want as well. To be fair, there's a little bit of mix match on colours on both, but it's interesting. I'm
But
looking forward to playing that.
I guess it's quite a challenge, right?
Yeah.
To make the designs.
Yeah. Well, to say they show me the designs and I've got to make it work with the controller. So, for instance, if you want, like, especially on the new controllers like that, like if you want a central image, it's going to get blocked out by the buttons, like all of the buttons. So it's really unless you're just going to have a pattern down the middle, it's not really going to benefit from having a central image here because you're going to lose half the design.
Yeah.
So you're better off having the central main design on one side here and having maybe another little design on the other side to kind of complement it,
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
having kind of some maybe an icon or some kind of design kind of going down the middle or something like that. But on the older controllers like the Elite, etc., the only thing you've got is kind of the color switch in the middle, and you've got a little bit more space to work with in the center, so it kind of works a bit better. Yeah, it's going to be tricky, but it's going to look good. It's going to take a little bit of time, though. It's going to take a lot of patience, a lot of patience to do some of these designs, but it's going to be good. But no, I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to have to get you guys a controller sorted, a custom controller. At one point, you're going to have to tell us what you like on them, and I'll get them sorted. But yes, we'll get back on topic. So we know, again, unfortunately, Patjeuh hasn't got your Series X yet. But I will ask him this question: when you have your Series X, Patjeuh, it's either going to be by the end of this year, or unfortunately, maybe it's by the beginning of next. With all the games that are either out now or coming out in the next few months, what are you most looking forward to playing?
Assassin's Creed Valhalla, PUBG, Ori and the Will of the Wisp, Forza Horizon 4, of course, because seeing the pictures and also like the gameplay of Erwin, the fast loading and stuff, that's really interesting to see it myself. But I think that are like probably the most games that I'm gonna play first on the Series X.
Any of the new ones that are coming out, such as
Cyberpunk
and the Medium early next year, you're going to be jumping into them as well?
Yeah, the Medium looks really interesting because I really like the two kind of situations. Yeah, exactly. That's looks really interesting. So I'm guessing I'm gonna play that as well. But first, I'm gonna focus on the games that I have right now, because playing so many games at once, it's losing my mind.
It will only get worse, Pat, with the series.
Yeah, but okay, I believe that. I believe that for sure. But like having the 3 Assassin's Creed games that I play the most right now, so Origins, Valhalla, and Odyssey.
Yeah.
And even PUBG, like I didn't play PUBG now for like, I think, when was the last time? This weekend? Yeah, like, but what? 2 games?
Saturday, yeah, you got shot every time that you stopped directly. He said, "Oh, exactly. I'm done with it. I'm not gonna play anymore." Okay.
No, exactly. I was focusing on something else. So.
Hey, I see Assassin's Creed Valhalla commercial on the television now in the Champions League.
In
the break of Champions League. So it's remarkable, actually. I see Xbox, man. Yeah. You go.
And it's quite frequent over here as well. Like I see some. Actually, there was one the other day, and it was a PlayStation advert, but it was I've never seen it like that before, and I think Xbox should probably do it. And it said just for a short break, with a PlayStation trailer showcase, and it wasn't just one; it was just an entire showcase of games that are coming out for PlayStation coming up, and it was an entire advert segment of about 5 minutes long just from PlayStation.
Okay,
I was like, I've never seen that before on TV.
No.
Wow, that's pretty weird.
But I have seen Xbox advertise a lot more now on TV, and there's a lot more kind of whether it's Cyberpunk,
define a lot more.
Xbox adverts, yeah, and Assassin's Creed specifically. Them two are really pushing it, and it's Xbox centric, so you can play it now on Xbox Series X and
Yeah.
Series S, and that's what it always ends the advert on. Same with Cyberpunk coming up soon. It's like play it on Xbox Series X, so it's good. I mean, obviously, Call of Duty we know famously is always kind of have the marketing rights for PlayStation. I don't think that's going to change anytime soon.
Nope.
No.
If PlayStation is smart, they don't. No.
Yeah.
No, indeed.
It's also pretty funny to see if you're going on YouTube and you're gonna watch a video by Xbox or someone is
PlayStation
talking about
advert comes
Xbox.
up.
Yes, like what the hell? You know, like you're watching a video of Xbox and it shows an advertise of PlayStation 5. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, yeah,
It's pretty weird, but
I think it's very cheeky marketing. That's something that they must have put into Google Analytics to get that to set up the way it
Yeah.
does. If it has anything to do with Xbox, show the PlayStation trailer.
Yes.
Cheeky.
Yeah.
Broyr, what? Obviously, over the next few months, we have quite a lot of games coming up now. We know as well, Call of the Sea is coming out on the 8th of December. A new one. Yeah. Hello, cat. Hello. Hello. Can you see me? It's like- yeah.
How are you?
Yeah. So we know there's a lot of games coming out over the next couple of months, both exclusive to Xbox and, of course, on PlayStation and multiplat. But what games are you looking forward to playing the most over the coming months? I know obviously you're deep into Call of Duty right now.
Yeah, one is big on my wish list, and we don't have any news on it when it's coming out and when it's coming, and it might be the end of next year, but still on my wish list. Halo
Sure.
Infinite.
Yes.
It's gonna be my most anticipated game for next year. That's
100%.
really the game that I'm looking forward to. I'm always a multiplayer guy, so I won't be spending that much time in single player games. So for me, it's now a bit of Call of Duty. Perhaps soon there will be an update for Cuisine Royale, playing some Apex Legends in between. A couple of friends are playing Destiny 2, which apparently is really good.
And that
It
gets
must-
its enhancements on the 8th of December as well.
Yeah, and apparently it's already really good, and with those enhancements, I think I'll be jumping in. But I've been playing Destiny 2. I think 2 or 3 months ago. I've tried it again. I logged in. I was walking around for 20 minutes. I have no idea where to walk to. I was completely lost, and I've shut down the game. Now it was too big, too much, and yeah, no. So I'm keeping for simple multiplayer, keeping it with friends, and just kicking some multiplayer games in those multiplayer games. And Halo, I'm just looking forward to it. It's that's the game I was hoping to play right now, but yeah, I don't mind waiting a bit longer. Let me see what they've done with the time.
Yeah. I mean, we know as well with Halo Infinite, there was that news article that came out not too long ago, saying that there's going to be a big update, or at least they're going to put out a big update or article by the end of the year. Saying, kind of detailing a little bit more about potentially when they're expecting to release it now, as well as kind of the improvements that have been made on that game since they pulled it back. I mean, we know that it's not going to be till next year. We know they've got a lot of time. I mean, if you're talking about an additional couple of months, that's quite a bit of time in development time to get stuff polished up and ready.
Especially with such a big studio.
Yeah.
But look what they did with Valhalla, right? If you look a couple months back, when they first showed the game, we were all like, it's not so impressive. And then at launch, it looks fantastic. And I just watched the trailer, I think yesterday, of Halo, and I just wanted to watch it back, right? So I watched it on 4K 60.
Yeah.
And actually, if you see the gameplay, I think it's looking absolutely fabulous.
Perfect.
I think that's
Yeah.
great. And I think if they just tune the lightning, like Digital Foundry said, right? If they just tune down the lightning and maybe some more grass and everything like that, man, it will be a huge improvement. Then it already looks very, very nice. Huh? And
you
also
can't
the dynamic time of day, right?
Yeah.
That is changing. I like that actually a lot in a lot of games. So I actually have some high hopes of the game. Yeah.
And of course you can't compare the Lila studio with with 343, of course, but they said it as well. You put out a slice, and is it the slice that you want? Of course not. There's always things that you would like to improve. I think, especially for Halo being such a big game, they should have done better. But I think they had some pressure from above. They had to release the demo on the campaign stuff. But as you said just right now, if you look at the gameplay, that looks great.
Good,
it looks good.
Really good.
And I think if they just put up a notch, they get their time, I think we will be in for a treat. Yeah.
Well, we've had a little bit of I was going to say we've had a little bit of a taster on how good it can run, considering Master Chief Collection now is 120 frames for everything.
Yeah.
Across the board, silky smooth, 4K, 120 frames.
And also, the deal that they didn't implement the ray tracing when they normally would launch it. I think also, with all the fuss that is going around with the tools and the dev kits not on time with the GDK and etc. RDNA 2. So if maybe some time extra can implement that as well and create some better graphics, right? I think we could be in for like a big surprise, like they are saying as well.
Yeah.
So let's see, but.
The third-party developers not getting the dev kit, okay, and perhaps there shouldn't be too much of a difference first-party and third-party, but I'm a bit surprised that a studio like 343 didn't get all the tools.
Yeah, I was going to say it wasn't particularly the dev kits that weren't there because everyone had GDKs anyway for a long time. It was the fact that they'd only kind of activated certain parts of that dev kit.
Okay.
And tools late on. So they didn't actually start kind of letting the tools go for the Series X until about June. And then they could start kind of implementing and adding on kind of different features for Series X then. What they were given and what I've heard from a few devs that have had kind of GDK beforehand was that they've just been given a kind of a rough spec sheet on what to aim for when developing for Series X.
All right.
And that includes, of course, Joe, as you know, from Song of Iron. He even said that not only the first time, but the second time we'd spoke to him as well on the podcast. He didn't have a Series X GDK to work with. What he was given was the rough kind of guideline of information as to what to aim for. So, right, you're going to have this much available RAM. You're going to have this much here to aim for. You're going to have this much space. You're going to have kind of all these kind of things you need to implement, but you couldn't implement them until that GDK was switched on from June, and then you could start the testing phase. So you could get it all there ready to go, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work from June. So from June onwards, then it's right, okay, this doesn't work. We need to debug it. We need to go in. We need to fix it. We need to solve it. So I think that's part of the reason. If we've only switched on the tool set on GDK for Series X then in June, a couple of months to debug issues that you had no idea were there in the first place.
No.
Yeah, they could be small, but they could be rewriting a lot of code. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to interrupt.
Go on.
For a moment.
Yes.
Broyr, you remember that I sent you the pictures of the Monster Energy cans that I had?
Yeah.
They have the promotion with Halo Infinite, right?
Yeah.
That you can have double XP, 2 times XP. I'm gonna send you pictures because I have 10 of these clips with codes behind it.
One for me as well, Pep.
I can, one or two doesn't matter. I have 10, so
perfect.
I want to share this with you guys because I don't play Halo, and I know you guys, especially Broyr, loves it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wanna share this with you. I'm gonna share. send you the pictures, and I hope you can read it because it's freaking small.
Well, you need to go to the site, right, of Monster Energy, and then
Yeah, so you go to
Enter
monsterenergy.nl and then Halo Infinite, if I'm correct, and then you can enter the code. So,
okay, cool.
but I have a picture of the can where you can actually see the website. So
Okay, perfect.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Sharing
It
is
will
good.
be awesome. Yeah.
Sure, it's good.
Especially
Love
for
it.
Broyr, who plays online mostly. So he's be like, yes,
Yeah.
I need all that XP. Give me all of the XP.
I'm really if that game is coming out, you won't be seeing me here on the podcast, or if you're seeing me on the podcast, yeah,
So you're playing.
sure.
No, I think we need to set up a night on one of the podcast nights where we are playing a game or something like that instead.
Yeah.
Or playing a game as well as talking. I think that might be a
would be
nice
cool.
change of pace.
Yeah.
That was a good suggestion that we posted there. If we should do that. See if we can combine the podcast with some multiplayer matches.
Yes, most definitely. It'll be quite easy, to be honest. They'll be able to do exactly as what I'm doing here. And essentially just share screen on whatever game I'm playing via, even if I'm streaming to Twitch, and then just share the Twitch stream on the screen here whilst we're talking away and going through topics. But also watch kind of a bit of the gameplay, so that'll be good.
Might be
yes.
a bit difficult.
Yeah, like if you're playing like a battle royale game, how are you gonna talk about the podcast then? Yeah, that's.
I know myself when I'm playing with friends, and if we are full focus mode on, it's like
Silence.
Yeah, just focused on killing stuff, and that's it. And then you get a question. Broyr, are you still there? Yeah.
Shut up!
To your left.
Yeah, that doesn't work in Call of Duty.
No.
It's not a team game. It's not.
No.
It's just all for himself.
Yeah.
Getting those assassinations.
Killing the campers. I've heard campers are pretty rife in Call of Duty Cold War.
Which one? Sorry.
Campers. People that just
I hate
camping
it.
in the corner. Is it
I
bad?
hate it. Yeah, it's not that bad as I've had in the past. So there are some levels where you just got snipers all over the place, and I usually play those more close combat arena, so you don't get those snipers the whole time. That's annoying. There's no fun in that. I don't know why people would be playing that, but there's enough game modes there available just to do the close combat and just run around with your shotgun, your knife, and your AUG, and keep spraying them with guns. Yeah.
Before we go further, I just want to let people know the Halo Infinite promotion that I'm giving away to Broyr and Erwin. It's only for Belgium, the Netherlands, and Luxembourg. So outside of Europe, it's not. You cannot use it. So
Outside the Benelux.
sorry, guys, for the people in the chat that were asking about it, but no.
Vincent,
Not this time.
Can have one. Yeah, Vincent can have one.
I was going to
Or
say
Vincent, if Vincent is playing as well. Of course, I think I have a bit more somewhere in the house, so I need to look it up. But I will buy more cans for sure. So I'll share them in the upcoming weeks with you guys.
Nice.
Love it.
Thanks, mate.
Awesome. And last but not least, Erwin.
Yeah, so what
Games that you're looking forward to.
Yeah, really looking forward to Gears 5 DLC, man. That's coming in December. So I played Gears 5 just for half an hour on the Series X, and it's just a PC experience. Like I said, super smooth. But I'm really looking forward to the DLC for the campaign. So I'm really looking forward, and then I'm actually looking forward to play with one of you guys through the campaign, right? On the story DLC. So we really need to make that happen because it looks absolutely fantastic. And I'm really curious about that. So that's coming in December. I'm not getting Cyberpunk, at least not till it's optimized for Series X. And I have the same problem, a little bit like Broyr. I'm not playing only online games, but I'm also quite limited in time. And I noticed that Cyberpunk is just a game where you need to put hundreds of hours in, and I just simply don't have that. So I probably will buy it just to see how good it looks and sometimes play it, but it's going to be a struggle to finish the game probably. But what I'm going to play more is the medium as well. Of course, Halo Infinite. I'm just hoping there is a Forza coming somewhere next year. If it's Motorsport or Horizon, I don't care. I want a new Forza. And I'm still having hopes for Hellblade, man. Hellblade 2.
Yeah. Same. I'm going to jump into that Call of the Sea as well, see what that's all about. That's got ray tracing in it as well. I don't have Call of Duty, so I haven't experienced what ray tracing is like on console yet. So it'd be nice to see how they've implemented it in that game. Granted, it's an adventure puzzle game, so I'm not expecting any combat per se. But it should be nice on the eyes anyway. A lot of colours, look very vivid.
Yes.
A nice little game to walk through. And of course, it's on Game Pass, so I'm not complaining.
No. Oh yeah, and Exomega also.
Yes.
Exomega. When I first saw the trailer, I was like, "Fucking hell, man! This is a game what I wanted to play. It's free to play. What I saw. Yeah. But it's looking good. Yeah, I got Xbox poops, guys. I got some fake ones. Some fake ones. I just went to the PlayStation.
Tamara, she was saying you were wearing a bikini.
Yes, exactly. So I went to the plastic surgeon to do it. But Exomega I want to play as well, and it's free to play. So I think we need to wait and see how that turns out. But the mechs that you can play like Transformers, man, I'm directly in love with it. So and also Crossfire X, I'm really curious for the single player. That is made by Remedy, right? I didn't play the multiplayer. I know that Pat played it.
Wait, which one?
Really from Crossfire X.
No, I wasn't excited for that.
No, you weren't so impressed. But when I saw maybe the game needs some time still, to polish, and also like I said, the single player I want to play a lot. And when Gran Turismo 7 comes out for the PlayStation 5. Day one, man, and I will get the PS5 on that day as well. I need that game, so probably that, and maybe then some games for the PlayStation as well. But I think that's some nice games to look forward to.
Yes, indeed. I'm looking forward to. Again, I'm not going to be playing Cyberpunk. I'm getting it. It's already pre-ordered, but I'm not going to be playing it until the patch comes out. Primarily, I've got a lot of Valhalla to get through. I am enjoying that game. I'm not going to stop it to jump into an even bigger game.
No.
We know from what the developers said, they've got 175 hours into it and haven't even. That's not even going into side quests. That's just
crazy.
Straight through. On just Nomad as well. That's not including the other two factions. So I haven't got that kind of spare time to jump from a big open world game into another big open world game.
No.
So I'm going to be playing mainly Valhalla as a big open world game, but I'm going to be trying to jump into PUBG a bit more because I haven't played it on Series X yet. I'll be playing a bit more Tetris. I might pick up Dirt 5 because I've heard good things about that game. I know you've played it. Of course, Dazwist is literally
really
finished
nice.
It now.
Really good. It's really good.
I've heard it's a nice, fun, kind of quick driving game.
Pick up and play, it's easy. The drifting is really nice through the corners, especially on the ice. I like the ice levels a lot, and actually the most. And it can look really impressive. So it's really nice.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to playing that. And like you said, I'm really looking forward to playing the medium when that comes out. I don't mind it was delayed. Of course, it would have been nice to play it this side of Christmas, but I can understand you wouldn't want to go head to head with Cyberpunk. You would not, in any way, shape, or form, want to go head to head with Cyberpunk, because that's a losing battle, no matter who you are.
Yeah.
So I can understand that, and of course, if they ended up polishing it a bit more, they've released another video as well. which I'll kind of quickly throw up here, which was the new character that they put into it. I don't know whether or not you'd seen that.
Nope.
So they put a new character in there. It was the male character, kind of the male protagonist.
No, I didn't see that. Since when was this released, Drew?
It was a couple of days ago. It was only put on their channel. This says 2 hours ago, but it was put on Twitter a couple of days ago.
Okay.
I think it's the kind of main bad guy that you're going against here in the game.
Yeah. You know what I'm also looking forward to? That they finally release Flight Sim for the Xbox Series, man.
Yes.
They have fucking no excuses not to bring it now anymore. So let's go.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Completely agree.
I can't wait to play that game on Xbox. The reason obviously loved playing it on the PC, but this is a 1080p monitor, 120 hertz, well 122 hertz. It's a bit weird, but as much as it's great in terms of
how great is it? Tell me, Drew. Pat,
He's like Hans Klok.
What did you do with Drew, Pat?
I just I swiped him away. Next.
As much as I enjoy playing that game on the 1080p monitor, I would love to see that game on big.
Corona proof.
Have a fist a meal.
I'd love to be able to play that game on a big 4K screen, HDR and everything implemented, because I haven't seen it with HDR. Big 4K screen, HDR, even 60 frames will do me fine. That game struggles anyway on big computers to get it above 60. So even if we can get a nice Series X, Series S kind of version of Flight Sim, kind of close to 60 frames with a lot of the detail in it at 4K HDR, that would be absolutely beautiful.
You know what that game will force me to do, I think?
And it's multiplayer.
To get a flight stick.
And it's multiplayer.
Yes, and it's multiplayer. I think I will need a flight stick then also, man. Fuck. I know myself how it goes. Because when we were at X.019, we're playing with the flight stick.
Yes.
You get a little bit more of the immersion,
Yeah.
And that felt really relaxing as well, right? If you had it was so busy at that show, all things, all the friends that you met and all the people and etc. But when I started playing that, I put on the headphones. I had the wheel. It was good.
It was really, really good. Like I think, personally, I used to have Flight Sim years ago anyway, and I used to have the force feedback joystick by Microsoft.
Yes, yeah.
So even if they just did another force feedback joystick for the Series X, I'd probably get one of them. I think Hori might do one. I think Logitech does one.
Logitech, quite cheap as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll probably pick one of them up when it comes out on the Series X. Right now, I just use the controller for PC, but I really want that game on Xbox so I can just sit on the sofa and play it instead of on like a computer chair. Like
I'm gonna do an excuse and say it's for my son.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It's an educational game.
Yeah.
I'm going to show him the sights. Show him the sights. This is a long game. He's going to fall asleep.
Yes. Show him Poedijk, where Poedijk is.
But no, I'm really looking at, like most people, I just want like every post that the Asobo put up now. I'm just like, where's Flight Sim?
Yes.
Flight Sim. Show me Flight Sim.
They had it this week, right? Where they had a new post, and it was about the US, right? That they have some new locations and etc. You can go to a detail. And I was hoping really for a series version, but didn't came. Well,
they're still adding. So they're just basically adding all detailed cities around the world. I can say, right, okay, so everyone's now getting like really detailed. We're going into every city now and just like going into it by hand and putting all the different things in. Instead of just using the maps, because the maps only got the detail right to a point, so they went in and essentially correcting it all for free. But still unbelievable game, like, and I can't wait to play it on the Series X when we can, whenever that is. I think it's probably going to be the turn of the year. Maybe it's about February, March.
Mm-hmm.
By the time we'll get it then. But I can't wait. Can't wait.
Hey, There's actually one more thing
Hey.
that I'm really looking for.
Yes. Go on.
And
What do you
I don't
look
know,
for?
I think people didn't watch the chat, but next week we have episode 20 upcoming.
Yes.
And in that episode, I want to make someone happy by giving them a mix up midweek t-shirt, or so.
Awesome.
Nice
Nice
one.
giveaway. Some merchandise.
Yes,
Merch
so
giveaway.
next week I will giving away one t-shirt to one of the viewers.
Awesome.
Awesome giveaway. Nice.
I see Pong
Awesome.
winning again.
Pongso, yeah,
Ping,
right.
ping pong.
So yeah, guys, make sure that you're in the chat. I also gonna put it on Twitter as well.
Awesome
And
sauce.
yeah.
So I'm gonna add that for episode 20, with it being our 20th episode. Again, I didn't expect us to get to that already. So that's 20 weeks worth of podcasts so far.
Crazy, yeah?
So it is very crazy. It's went so quick.
We're when did we start it? Like 4 months ago?
Yeah, like June.
June,
July.
roughly like
June
that.
in the summer, right?
Yeah.
And it was super warm.
Yeah.
Yes. I remember Broyr sitting in his attic sweating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Only with his tongue on, with his string.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I'm going to add to that. So for episode 20, I'm going to give away 3 month Xbox
3
Game Pass Xbox Game Pass Ultimate.
Cool.
Not 3 weeks, 3 months.
Okay.
I'm going to a 3-month code of Game Pass Ultimate to one lucky member of chat. So anybody who's there on the time, it's just going to be anybody who's watching, who's active in chat. Obviously, having a good time. As long as you're there, I'll just pick a winner kind of near the end of the show and give away the 3-month code. That's to go along with Patjeuh's giveaway for a merchandise from Midweek Mixup to one of the members of chat. So he'll put that post up as well. And we'll get some awesome guests on as well. I know one of the guests for next week I've already penciled in, and that is Lord Cognito, who's coming back.
Oh, cool.
Awesome.
He's jumping in.
Oh, nice.
We've got a few more outstanding invites. We're going to try and mix it up and get a few different members of key podcasts over into the show, depending on availability, just to shoot the shit and have some fun, talk games, talk funny things. We know last time kind of Cognito was on the show. It was a lot of fun with King as well. So we'll have another good show again today at that time. It's been a great show this evening as well. Of course, one thing we're going to finish on, and the last topic for this evening, is things you guys would like to see Xbox do better going forward. So I'll start with Erwin this time around. So Erwin, of course, since the release of Series X, is there anything that you've noticed that you would like Xbox to improve upon or do better at?
What I've really liked up to launch, at least, that it was every time there was some news, on a Monday or maybe Tuesday, there was something to look forward to. I think that slowed down a little bit. I think it's also logical, right? After the launch, maybe some people are maybe finally taking some holiday or some time off, right? So it's understandable. But yeah, it's actually a good question, Drew. Because are we looking more at the short term or are we looking long term, right? I mean,
I imagine it's going to be it's a mixture of both. What would you like to see them improve upon? What have they not enough at that you would like personally?
Yeah, I would look just what we mentioned also before, right? Like a little bit more gameplay. Like freaking Hellblade, I know it's coming somewhere. Just tell us it's coming the end of 2021, or even it's the beginning of 22. Just let us know, and let us know that we have really something to look forward to in some time frame. But also show some damn gameplay. I know everybody's eager to see gameplay. Just be a little bit more open on that, and on Halo Infinite as well, right? So I really hope that they can show off a little bit more gameplay wise. That we have really more of a time lapse, or how do you say it, a pipeline that we can really look forward to. I think that's a little bit missing. For the rest, it's going good, and I see Pat is having fun at
Oh my
podcast.
god! Yeah.
Well,
You know, like if you're watching the chat, like the Gunstar, you know, he was like, "Do you have XXXXXXL shirt?" And then he said, "I wear a shower curtain, like that big a size." You know, oh my god, that guy's funny.
Oh man,
Jesus.
I thought it was for somebody else who's from Germany, but no, I think it's. I hear Tamara in the background. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But no, I think gameplay wise, it should be it should be improved a lot, actually, guys. Yeah, more of a time frame of which games are coming, and besides that, I just hope that they can, to get up to date and up to speed with all the developers, and just get at least an equal version of multiplats with PlayStation 5.
Yeah, 100%. And Broyr, what so far from what you've played, what would you like to see Xbox do a bit better going forward?
Marketing.
What is it that they've missed out? Marketing. Is that the key one for you?
No, it's. I think over the years they have a different approach than the competitors, and they are looking at a different market. They see 3 billion gamers instead of the 200 million of the consoles, and you see that Phil is talking about that he doesn't like the console wars as well. Yeah. And then I hope we can continue in that, but I do truly think that how good they've been doing their Xbox Game Pass marketing, their hardware marketing, stepping up with the gameplay and software. And I know that requires the software, of course. And I think they're working on it, and let's see 2021 coming. I think we're in for a treat, and I actually really think that even though their marketing hasn't been the best on that part, I think they're gonna nail it next year. And I don't know. I'm curious to see if we can get a pendulum swing, or how do you say it, and see if we can get a positive vibe around Xbox. I think I hear a lot of talking about gaming, especially in the news lately as well, that it's such a big market. I think Xbox is a huge player, and they have the resources and the means to make a difference. I think the way they approach to the whole community, the really good way, in a positive way of sense, and creating a good community with a positive vibe. And I think they should focus on that, and yeah, hopefully they do a good marketing in 2021. And let the world see that what's out there and what the possibilities are. I think I hope that 2021 brings back some Xbox Fan Fests in real life, that we can meet up again, and from there on we'll see.
Awesome. You just read that last comment by Gunstar there.
And I want to thank the crowd, that's Lewis Hamilton, right?
Yeah.
I want to thank the crowd that's coming.
I think one thing I'd like to see from Xbox mainly is kind of a mixture of both. It's both marketing and gameplay, but I want to see specifically them be a little bit more vocal about kind of when we can expect to see all these games. Now, we know there's a lot of games in the pipeline. Obviously, there's 23 studios now, so there's not a lack of first-party games. But what we have is a lack of information about when these first-party games are coming out.
Yeah.
We know what they are, the vast majority of them. We know there's a few that are still under wraps and haven't been announced yet. But the ones that we do know, we haven't got a rough time frame. So we know Fable's in the wake. We know that one's a way out, but we don't know when Forza Motorsport's coming out. We need a release window. Even if you say 2021 or Q3 21 or something like that.
Exactly.
We need a quarterly, and then 21 or 22. So we know roughly when these games are coming, so we can go, right, okay, we know next year Xbox has this title, this title, this title, and this title. And then the year after, we know this one and this one and this one and this one. And then we know beyond that, so they can say, coming 22, 23 is these kind of further along the line pipeline games. But we don't even have that right now. We have literally no idea when outside, other than the medium, we don't know when anything else is coming. Nothing.
No,
Yep.
exactly. Why cannot they share when Flight Sim is coming, for example? I mean, that game is finished already on PC. They probably have some time frame where they know they're gonna release, right? Just say it. Let have us something to really look forward to. We know it's coming, but give us a dot on the horizon, right? Just show it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's essentially what we need. And I know what Patjeuh really wants is just some stock, so we can get a game of anything.
Exactly. Exactly. They really need to hurry up just bringing the consoles to the Netherlands, because this is ridiculous. No store has it. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean that's one positive for both platforms right now is that both consoles are just flying out. Like the moment pre-orders are going up, even for additional stock, it is gone within minutes. No matter where you try to find it, it is gone. And it might take 5 minutes, might take 10 minutes, but it's gone. Like it just doesn't last. And you see the same on Facebook every day. Like my partner's on Facebook, and all of her all the different parents are like, "Oh, my son wants a PlayStation or an Xbox. Where can I find one?" And right now, it's like you can't. I mean, all we can suggest is you literally just watch all of the different websites every day, and if you're lucky, you're lucky. I think it was either Curry's or PC World over here. They had released stock early morning, but for them it was like 3 a.m, and it was gone. Like 3 o'clock in the morning, the stock went within like 5 minutes.
Yep.
But yeah, it's. I just want to see them get on top of it. But of course, regardless of it, it's going really well for them on a console side. So we shall wrap it up for this week. Of course, it was a shorter episode this week, but next week we are going to go out full belt. It is episode 20, so we'll have a good time there. Again, mentioned Patch is doing a giveaway of the merchandise, the Midweek Mixup T-shirt to one of the chat. I'm going to do a giveaway of 3-month Xbox Game Pass Ultimate to one lucky member of chat. We'll get some guests on from a few different podcasts, some personalities, and we'll have some fun.
I might give away something as well. I'm looking. I need to look at my my Xbox swag that I have, and I believe if I have a D-pad from FanFest 2019, the white one, I believe I have 2, so I probably can miss one. So
2.
I will probably give away 1. No 2. So I will probably give away 1.
I'm gonna put on a light and think of an idea there.
Okay.
So potentially 4 giveaways next week. Awesome.
Yes.
Ooh, nice.
Awesome. So we'll wrap it up now. We'll do the outro.
Yep.
So Patjeuh, if you want to go first, buddy, if you want to let people know where they can find you and what you're up to.
Well, you can guys can find what?
Oh, Hertog juichen. No.
Okay. Now you can guys find me on Twitter. The name says it here, Patjeuh070, as well on Xbox. That are the 2 channels and platforms that I play on. So yeah, man, that's about it.
And what you're going to be playing, I'm guessing you're going to be diving a bit more into Assassin's Creed. Are you going to be jumping into Tetris and seeing what we're talking about?
Yeah, I just started it up, Tetris. So I'm going to play a little game tonight to see how it is. Yeah. But yeah, for sure, going to play Valhalla. And of course, PUBG. So
sweet. Awesome. Broyr, if you let people know where they can find you and what you're going to be playing when you get an opportunity to.
Broyr on Xbox, and if you find me on Twitter, it's Broyr Xbox, and I'm gonna be playing Call of Duty. Gonna get that prestige level. for sure. Yeah, and some Apex, and perhaps pretty soon some other titles as well. See what I can do, and especially with my son, I'm gonna play some Tetris.
I was going to say we might actually we should actually set up a little long online co-op game of Tetris because of course you can it's 4-player multiplayer against bosses as well. Yeah.
Let's go.
So we should set that up and see what that's about. Yeah. And last but not least, Forza Erwin.
Yes. So I'm gonna play a ton of Assetto Corsa. I want to finish Dirt 5 as well because Dirt 5 is cool. But since I played Assetto Corsa on the wheel, it's just on the same level or even better than GT Sports, which I absolutely loved. It's running beautiful on my Series S. And actually, when I was racing in the competition on Forza, there was a guy, FRA Williams, I believe is his name, Ben Franklin. That's a UK guy as well, and we were racing together, and we were fighting for position 1 and 2 in the overall, how do you say it, classement, the overall standings. And it was super funny, and I got in touch with him today because I saw he was playing Assetto Corsa, so we're going to play on Sunday to do some racing together, and he's really fast as well, so it's good to be competitive again, and maybe start to do some online league racing, so let's see. Probably most of the time dead. Some PUBG in the meanwhile also. And people can find me on Twitter on Forza Erwin. The same on Xbox. On PSN, everybody knows right now. It's Remspor84. I'm on Twitch. I'm also streaming now more often on Twitch as well. And there you can find me as well on Forza Erwin. So please add me there and I will try to stream some more.
Yeah, especially for both PUBG and when he gets back into his racing, he's very, very good sim racer. So if anyone likes actually watching not only kind of F1 and things like that, Erwin's very quick on the on racing games, very, very competitive. So if you enjoy watching racing, definitely jump in and watch as he goes around on Assetto Corsa or on GT Sport or Forza, whatever he's playing, he's usually top of the ranks, so you'll enjoy that. Last but not least, obviously myself, I'll be playing on Valhalla, a bit of Tetris, and probably jumping into a few other games. Just test out a few things. I'm still in the stage of testing out quite a few different games. You can find myself, of course, at WandrinDutch, of course, as the name suggests, on Twitter. And the Midweek Mixup podcast Twitter page as well, which is Mixup Midweek. Follow that as well.
The camera is not working. Sorry.
Dazarus is usually posting a few of our kind of links to both our merchandise as well as our Patreon. If you want to become a Patreon, you will get access to videos before anybody else. There is a bit more content going up this week. One I cannot talk about yet, but it will be announced shortly. I'm just waiting for the go-ahead. But that will be very good. That's a game that's been very anticipated that you will all love to see. Until then, thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in again. Thank you again to the chat. And we will see you all again next week. Yes. Yes, have a good one, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in again.
And we see you guys later. See you next week, guys.
Drop a like it.
Like it, subscribe, share it.
Yes, exactly. You know the drill. Bye-bye.
You know the drill. Bye now.
Arrivederci.
Bye-bye.